Hi, and welcome back to Broadsheet Sydney Around Town. If it's your first time here, don't forget to hit subscribe so you never miss a video. I'm Emma Joyce, Broadsheet's features editor, and I'm the host of this short guide to Sydney. Let's get into it. When Automata announced it was going to close, it was kind of a sad moment for Sydney's fine dining because it had been such a mainstay for about 7 years. But we were so excited to find out that the couple who'd previously been at Heartsyard, so that's Jared Walsh, hi Jared,
hello,
and Dot Lee, were going to open up something brand new in the space. But we were just having a quick chat before, and Jared, you used to work with Clayton briefly at Automata.
Yeah, I worked at Automata back in 2015, shortly after they opened.
And Clayton's a friend you were mentioning, so you've worked with him a while. Did you pick up any techniques or skills or any life advice from him?
Yeah, definitely. Like back when I was a younger chef working for him, like seeing his approach to food definitely has a little bit of an influence on my food today. And like the way he treats produce as well with like minimal kind of intervention in that is something that there's like shaped me as well.
Very recently, you were operating Heartsyard for a while, and that restaurant has now closed and it's now open as a different restaurant. What was your highlight of running Heartsyard?
Definitely being your own boss, having the freedom to do whatever you want. And I would say the biggest thing I got out of that was like really learning my creative flair and being not restricted. And, you know, you can do what you want on the menu and not be scared and, you know, not be safe.
It was such an interesting way of approaching kind of fine dining within that space as well, because the history of it when it was under Gregory Llewellyn had kind of evolved with lots of different people coming through the doors like Andy Bowdy. So why did you decide to take it in that direction? Heartsyard, that is. Yeah,
we took Heartsyard in that direction again because like we wanted to be different and do something different. And also, you know, me and Dot also said this is our kind of playground on what we want to try and see if it works to do something, you know, bigger and better. And then that's kind of paid off, I guess.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So Longshore has opened this week, and that's in the space where Automata used to be. If you don't know, it's very close to the Clare Hotel on Kensington Street. And the bones of the restaurant haven't really changed, have they? But what have you done with the space?
Yeah, so pretty much, if you know Automata, it used to be, you know, quite minimalistic, concrete, where our brief was, you know, to the designers, we wanted the opposite without, you know, completely gutting what's such a lovely space already. So we've kept the kitchen the same because I love the kitchen. And we've just changed all the concrete to lots of color, like nice sandy terrazzo, countertops, lots of like, you know, pink tables. That's not my decision. That's Dot's decision. I didn't know about, but yeah.
I've seen photos and it looks like it's really atmospheric. Like you would enjoy a long dinner there or maybe like a light lunch. So what you've done with Longshore is you've created 3 different dining opportunities. There's like 3 different menus that you can eat while you're there. Can you run me through what the different options are?
Yeah, so we were thinking of, you know, definitely has to be something different and something different for the area. So we decided, what can we do to capture as many people around to have a different experience each time? So we have a la carte menu where it changes, you know, once a week, a few dishes here and there and throughout the season. And then we also have a 5-course tasting menu with snacks and a few different dishes on there that you can only get on the tasting menu. And then the most exciting one is a 10-course snack flight menu. So it's only $80. You get 10 courses and they're all like bite-sized pieces, a range of hot and cold. And it's pretty much 90% seafood driven.
Seafood is a huge part of this particular venue for you. And I know that you grew up in Port Macquarie and fishing is a massive pastime for you.
Yeah. Like growing up in Port Macquarie, all we did was be outside the whole time. So like my dad taking us camping as kids every weekend, all we'd do is just fish all day and then, you know, find different ways, not knowing how to cook then, all these fish. And now I have a bit of a better idea. I can, turn it into something nice that like kind of brings you back to your childhood.
Can you give us an idea of what's on the menu? Because I know that broadsheet writer Dan Cunningham was really taken with the abalone party pie.
Yeah, we were trying to come up with something that's just like, a little bit fun. So let's just do a pie. It's winter. What can we put in there? Abalone. So we use, we have a dish on the menu with shaved abalone. So we take all the offcuts and we just make a basic pie mix based on like a chicken and leek, but it's like abalone and kelp. And we just put in a little party pie and make it fun with some pine mushroom ketchup just to cool it down because it's very hot when it comes out of the oven. Yeah.
And it's not just seafood as well. You've got quite a few different dishes.
Yeah, like we have obviously, we want to cater for everybody and you don't want to restrict customers. So we have like lots of vegetarian, vegan dishes, and we also have meat dishes, but we put a lot of pride into our meat dishes as well, like having West Home Wagyu, Magra lamb on there as well.
So it's somewhere you can definitely splash some cash and celebrate. But as you said, you've got that $80 snack degustation. You can also eat outside for the first time in that area. Right now it's winter. Maybe it doesn't feel like what you'd want to do, but I know that you could just roll up and have a cocktail. You've got some very interesting cocktails. What can you tell us about those?
Yeah, so Dot's designed our cocktail menu. And as well, we take a minimal waste approach with the whole menu and like, the restaurant design. So like how can we bring this into the drink side of things? So we use in our cocktails a lot of leftover ingredients from the kitchen as well, because you can only use so much in the kitchen. So we have like a lot of strawberry trimmings that we have left, which we infuse, and that goes into our strawberry old fashioned, which is on the cocktail menu.
Do you have a favorite?
Strawberry old fashioned. That's my 8 o'clock chef's drink. Yeah.
I know that Dot also has a mission to ensure that loads of the wines on the wine list, I think there are 150 or so different bottles, are by kind of women or non-binary or transgender winemakers. What can you tell me about her mission there? Yeah,
so Dot and the SOM team, Izzy and Ellie, they very want to create a wine list around recognition and being able to recognize women in wine as well and those producers. So, on our wine list, we have all of the names of all the producers to give credit for everybody there.
That's awesome. I love that. So you can just order by the glass for most of those particular winemakers.
Yeah, we have about 35 by the glass and half bottles as well.
Oh,
yeah.
That's what I like to hear as someone who's moderately drinking at the moment.
Yeah.
Well, thanks so much for coming in and telling us all about it. So Longshore you can find at 5 Kensington Street in Chippendale. And that's all we have time for today. As always, you can keep up to date with what's happening around Sydney at broadsheet.com.au and at broadsheet_Sid on Instagram. I'll be back next week, same time, same place. Chat then.